The NBA draft has now concluded, and I am curious to know, what grade would you give Nico Harrison, Mark Cuban, Michael Finley, and the Dallas Mavericks organization? This is K. Lou from Dope Content and the Dope Sports Podcast, coming at you with another Dallas Mavericks update. Let's get right into it. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Dallas Mavericks update. This Dallas Mavericks update is brought to you by dopecontent.com. You can watch this on dopecontent.com. So thank you to those who do support the website and to those who are watching on YouTube as well. Dopecontent.com give you the best in music, entertainment, and sports. We cover the Dallas Wings. We give you exclusives on the Dallas Wings. We give you the exclusives on the Arlington Renegades. We're hoping to do business with the Dallas Mavericks this year and move on to the Dallas Cowboys and et cetera and et cetera. But if you like sports, you like boxing, you like wrestling, you like music, you like entertainment, you like anything, fashion, you name it, we have it on dopecontent.com. Please go to dopecontent.com, subscribe on the homepage. It's free. All it does is keep you updated with dope content, everything we have going on, and it's absolutely free. All you have to do is put your email in. Bow. That's it. You're subscribed to dopecontent.com. So thank you to those who have subscribed and to those who will subscribe in the future. But let's get right into it. Not here to waste your time. Dallas Mavericks, who went 38-44 last season, ended up with the number 10 spot this year in the NBA draft. And, you know, they made a lot of moves. There was a lot of movement going on last night. Everybody was waiting on a big splash from the Mavericks. And, you know, they didn't quite get a big splash, but they did make some improvements, in my opinion. And we're going to go ahead and break it down. So the number 10 spot, they decided to take Cason Wallace, guard out of Kentucky, at the number 10 spot, and they traded him to OKC to move back to the number 12 spot, where they took Derek Lively. So let's get into Derek Lively. He is the 7'1", 230-pound center from Duke University. Very athletic. I like the potential of Derek. Because this is a athletic big, 7'1", can jump out the gym. I mean, he's great for pick and rolls. I can picture him now in pick and rolls with Luka and Kyrie, basically doing what Dwight Powell did, but just younger and more athletic and bigger than Dwight Powell. He only averaged 5 points a game in college, 1 assist, 5 rebounds. So that part makes me nervous because I haven't seen much from his film that says he is a dominant post presence. But if you're looking to get more athletic and younger and bigger and somebody that will play defense, because he will play defense and be a paint presence, Derek Lively is a good choice to pick. Again, I like the potential of him more than I like what he actually did in college. The 5 points, 5 rebounds, I mean, catching everything off the oop. That's pretty much all his points. It's just dunks, oops. That's pretty much what it is. NBA is a little bit different. You know, the big men are shooting out. They're shooting threes now. They're posting up. They're doing mid-range. We'll see. You know, Derek, you know, the 12th spot, the 12th pick, I should say. We traded Bertans, got rid of his contract as well, which we're going to get into. But I do like the pick. This is a need. You do need a big man. You do need a big athletic man. And this is what you got. 230 pounds, 7'1" center, can jump out the gym. You put him with Kyrie, if Kyrie stays, which I think he is staying. You put him with Luka. You put him with, you know, hopefully JaVale McGee, if he's still on a team, if they don't trade him, as a mentor. Jason Kidd is coaching them. I think he can do some things, right? So shout out to Derek Lively and welcome to Dallas. More on the potential. I like the potential side. We'll get into him, but next up, you know, they traded Bertans, like I said. They traded Bertans to Sacramento, got rid of that bad contract. And part of their trade is the 24th pick from Sacramento. They got Oliver Prosper. So shout out to Oliver coming in from Marquette. 6'8", 218 pounds. He's a forward. They had him listed as a guard, but I'm sure he's going to be guard forward at 6'8" in the NBA with the Mavericks, because the Mavericks have plenty of guards. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be in that small forward position more than anything. But 12.5 points, 5 rebounds a game is what he averaged. And I went to watch his film. This man is super athletic. He can get to the rim anytime he wants. He's not afraid to mix it in on defense. He's a great defender. Got a lot of length to him, man. Pause on that. But he's a great defender. He can jump out the gym as well. And so basically think of what Dorian Finney-Smith was his last year in Dallas before he got traded. Yeah, and when he was healthy, where he's a lone defender, he jump out the gym. He's actually, Oliver actually has a better vertical than Dorian Finney-Smith. So, and he's younger. He can shoot the three as well, and he can create. I liked what I saw when I saw his film. When I looked at his film this morning, I loved everything I saw about him. I am excited about this player here. I am very excited about Oliver Prosper coming to Dallas. I can't wait to see what he do here. And yeah, I can't wait to see him play. That's all I'm gonna say about him. I cannot wait to see this man play. This man is cold. From what I saw, this man is cold. And I like his potential a lot, especially in Dallas. And the role that he's going to be playing with Luka, Jason Kidd, Kyrie Irving, and all that. I love it. I love what I think I'm going to see from him. So shout out to Oliver for coming to Dallas. Welcome. I'm trying to talk fast so I can keep it short and sweet. So if y'all hear me stumbling, I don't want these videos. I don't like the updates to be too long. So I'm kind of running right through it. Let's get to the next thing. So Richaun Holmes was part of that trade with Sacramento Kings. 6'9", 235-pound forward/center. Another athletic big man coming to Dallas. Career stats, 8.9 points a game, so 9 points a game. 5 rebounds. He's shooting over 60% from the field. A lot of this stuff is, dunks as well, kind of like with Likely. A lot of stuff is dunks, couple of layups, but this man is very athletic. Another guy that's not afraid to mix it in on the defense. He's physical. He'll get down in the paint with you, even at 6'9". He'll get down there in the paint with you, throw some elbows, get some block shots, get some rebounds. So, I like it. My thing is right now with the Mavericks, the only thing that has me nervous about the Mavericks is I've gotten spoiled to having that 4 position that's a stretch 4, because we went from Dirk Nowitzki to Porzingis to Christian Wood, and right now the way this team is constructed, if you look at the roster right now, I don't see a 4 that's going to be a stretch. I see a lot of guys that can be in the paint. I see, because right now we still got JaVale McGee. Right now we still have Dwight Powell is still listed on the roster. You got Kleber, but Kleber can stretch it out and hit the 3, but I don't expect Kleber to stay this season. And honestly, I'm ready to get off of Kleber's contract, just to be honest with you. So let's say we do move Maxi Kleber and we keep who we have now. Richaun Holmes, I haven't seen much from him as a 3-point shooter. I don't think he shoot threes at all, honestly, to be honest with you. He's more of an inside guy, a more athletic guy, like I said, like Lively is, a more inside, presence. He's going to get you dunks, he's going to get you rebounds, he's going to get you alley-oops. So, at the stretch 4 position, who Dallas has had for over 20 years, what are we going to do about that position? Are we going old school here? Are we doing 2 big paint bodies to get physical in the paint? Or the Dallas Mavericks looking to possibly put somebody in that 4 position that can stretch you out, kind of like what Dirk did, what Porzingis did, or what Christian Wood did? Who knows? I don't know. I'm thinking that Oliver might mix it in the 4 position, considering his size. He's 6'8", 218 pounds. He could possibly mix it in every now and then in different lineups. He can stretch you out a little bit, but you can't put that much pressure on the rookie, in my opinion. I can't wait to see him play. I think he's going to be the best pick of the draft for the Dallas Mavericks. But you just don't put that type of pressure on a guy unless he's just ready. We'll see. We'll find out in the summer, in a couple of months, if he's ready or not. But yeah, I'm a Mavericks fan. I'm used to that stretch 4 position, and right now we don't have that stretch 4. We don't have that unicorn like power forward on the roster right now. So that kind of makes me a little nervous, because the Mavericks are not signing. They're not re-signing Christian Wood. And Porzingis is in Boston. Dirk is retired. So what are we going to do at that 4 position? So that's something to look out for. Keeping it moving. No, I'm sorry. I brought up the wrong person. Keeping it moving after the draft. The Mavericks did pick up Mike MAVS Jr. from TCU, ladies and gentlemen. Now, he did sign a 2-way deal with the Dallas Mavericks. So 6'2" point guard or shooting guard, however you want to look at him. He's a 6'2" guard, 195 pounds, very solid, 18 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Another explosive player that they draft. Look, if Dallas didn't do anything else in this draft, they got way more athletic than what they were last year. They added a whole bunch of athletes, and in my opinion, in the NBA, you can never have too many athletes. They added a lot of athletes in this, man. Say all these guys are explosive. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Mike MAVS is a monster. I don't know how he didn't get drafted to begin with. Mike MAVS is a monster. He's nice. He can jump out the gym as well. And he's another guy that's not afraid to mix it in on the defensive end. This guy's going to go for the block shots. He's going to go for the steals. He's going to mix it in with you. So, again, this is not even a draft pick. This is just a free agent signing right after the draft. But I absolutely love them picking up Mike MAVS Jr., man. So, shout out to Mike MAVS from Highland Hills. Staying in Dallas. Staying in Dallas, man. Man, I'm excited. This is the most excited I've been after a draft, maybe since Luka. And honestly, probably more than Luka, because I was low-key sleeping on Luka. I can't lie. I slept on Luka. I did. Like, if you go back and look at the old draft coverage I did when Luka got drafted, I was nervous. I was very nervous. I was like, man, yeah, he's killing it overseas, but can he bring that to the U.S.? Like, I was saying all that, bro. I was nervous. I was like, he's going to be good, but I don't think he's going to be as good as they think he's already exceeded my expectations. So let me eat crow on that and let me shut up because, yeah, Luka turned out to be way better than what I thought he would be. So being the superstar that I was not expecting that at all. So moving on, if you look at the Mavericks now, the roster now, according to ESPN and NBA.com, you still have Reggie Bullock at $10 million. You got Luka. You got Josh Green. You got Tim Hardaway at $19 million. You got Jaden Hardy. Justin Holiday is still on the team. You got Rashawn Holmes. He's bringing in an $11 million contract. So I hope this guy works out at 29 years old, bringing in an $11 million contract, especially when we're trying to save money to get other players and Kyrie. Maxi Kleber, $9 million contract is still listed on here. You got AJ Lawson, Derek Likely, who we just talked about, JaVale McGee, your center that for whatever reason did not play at all. Jason Kidd refused to play him at $5 million. You got Markieff Morris still on the roster right now at about $2 million. Frank Nikita, about $2 million. Theo Pinson with $2 million. Dwight Powers still on the roster. He's still listed at $11 million. And then Christian Wood is not getting re-signed. McKinley Wright is pretty much a free agent. And let's see. Yeah, there it is. That is the list. You got Mike MAVS, who we just talked about. Let me see. They got Oliver. Yeah, Oliver Prosper is on here. So we still got some moves to make. And Nico Harrison said that they're not done. He said they're far from being done. So if we look at this roster and who we should get rid of, I already have my list of people. But before we do that, in the comment section, put your grade for the Dallas Mavericks just based off the draft. Put your grade in the comment section. You give them a B, C, D, F, A, whatever grade you give them, put it in the comment section. Let me know what grade you would give the Mavericks for the draft last night. Now, moving forward, knowing who we have now, it's a couple of contracts I'm ready to get off and Reggie Bullock is the first one. $10 million, 32 years old. The way he was shooting last year, he could go. I will put him in a trade instantly. Tim Hardaway, I'm up and down with Tim Hardaway because when he's hot, he's super hot. But when he's cold, he is super cold. But I like Tim Hardaway. I like his attitude. I really like his attitude. And I like his swagger on the court. And him and Kyrie seems to, to gel on the court real good. So it's tough. It depends on what we get for Tim Hardaway. But Tim Hardaway is at $19 million. If we could find a better player or we can free up some money, let's just say we do salary dumps. $19 million, Tim Hardaway, trade him somewhere. Reggie Bullock, $10 million, trade him somewhere. Maxi Kleber, $9 million, trade him somewhere. I'm sure JaVale McGee will most likely get traded. I don't know why. I would personally like to keep him as a backup to Likely and really a starter. But it depends on if Likely is ready to start or not. But I think JaVale McGee should stay on the team, honestly. That's just me personally. Even though Jason Kidd refused to play him, I think JaVale McGee has value to him. Frank Nikita, $2 million, let him go. Dwight Powell, $11 million. I've been trying to get rid of Dwight Powell for about 3 years now. Let him go. And then Christian Woods, $14 million is already off the cap because they're not re-signing him. But yeah, Dwight Powell, man, jeez, man. Like, I love his effort, but he shouldn't be starting in the NBA. Not for a team that's trying to go for a championship. He shouldn't be starting. I'm sorry. He shouldn't be starting. So we'll see what happens with that. If you look at the free agents, we have Russell Westbrook. I don't think the Mavericks will go after him. Chris Middleton, we'll see. It depends on how much money they can dump. They might be able to snag a Chris Middleton. We'll see. That'll be interesting. If they could get Kyrie back and free up enough money to get Chris Middleton. I had the hiccups right there. I was trying to hold it in. James Harden, he's a free agent, player option. Of course, we know about Kyrie. D'Angelo Russell. And let's see what the Lakers do with him. Kevin Love's a free agent. Draymond Green is a free agent now since he declined his player option. Fred VanVleet is a free agent. The Mavericks have been tied down to this guy, Harrison Barnes. And we've had Harrison Barnes here before, and Harrison Barnes is nice. But my thing is, Harrison Barnes at $22 million, 31 years old, you might as well go after Chris Middleton, who's also 31 years old, for $35 million. Just saying. If you're going to do Harrison Barnes at 31 years old, would you rather have Harrison Barnes or Chris Middleton? I think I'll take Chris Middleton, even though I like Harrison Barnes a lot. Malik Beasley, that's a 3-and-D guy that you can use. He's only 26 years old. He's not expected to make that much. Let's see, Kyle Kuzma. I've seen a couple of people report that the Mavericks have ties with him. I mean, not if he wants $30 million. He got to get up out of here with that. If he wants $30 million, yeah, he got to get up out of here with that. Jordan Clarkson is a free agent. Josh Hart, I think Josh Hart is going to go right back to New York. Josh Richardson, who we had here before. Dylan Brooks is a free agent. You're looking for defense and attitude and, muscle and power. Dylan Brooks is out there, and his market don't seem to be too hot right now. So I wouldn't mind taking the Dylan Brooks here, honestly. Yeah, it's a lot of people out here, man. It's not that many. Seth Curry is a free agent again. He's always had good seasons here, coming off the bench shooting threes as a six-man. Kobe White, free agent. Lonnie Walker, free agent. Corey Joseph, Torrey Craig. Cam Reddish is a free agent. So it's a lot of moves that can be made just based off of free agency. But Dallas got to free up some more money to even get into free agency. So first off, you got to start making trades and making moves to figure out how you go move around. Nico Harrison said they're not done. I can't wait to see what they got next. Nico has made moves. I mean, he's made plenty of moves since he's been here. Even if all of them didn't work out immediately. The Kyrie thing didn't work out immediately. But I think it will work out. I think he stays, and I think it will work out. It just, they needed time to gel. So I can't wait to see it. That's where I am. As far as my grade for them, I'll give them for last night in the draft, I would give them a B+. I'll give them a B+. That Lively, I love the potential of him, but yeah, we'll see. I'll give him a B+. Shout out to the Mavericks for that. Once again, this is Kevin Lewis here from Dope Content and the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com, giving you a Dallas Mavericks weekly update, man. Thank you so much for joining on the website and on YouTube. I can't wait to see what the Mavericks do. I really don't have nothing else to say. That's why I'm kind of just saying the same thing. I just can't wait. Because they're tied down to a lot of people right now. But these, you know how the rumors go. At this time of year, it's just rumor. So I don't want to report nothing that's not sure. Because they've been tied down to Kuzma. They've tied down to Harrison Barnes. Some people even tied him down to Dylan Brooks. There was only one person that tied him down to Dylan Brooks. And I don't even think he's like a real reporter. They've been tied down to Clint Capella and John Collins from Atlanta. You know, Dallas and Atlanta always make moves together. So I don't know what they're gonna do. So that's why I'm not really, saying that much right now. But I'm just giving you the options that are out there. And like I said, Chris Middleton. If you're tied down to Harrison Barnes, why not just go get Chris Middleton? Same age. Chris Middleton is a proven champion. Harrison Barnes is too, but Chris Middleton, I think, is a better player, and I think he's a better fit for the Mavericks than what Harrison Barnes would be. But this team is young and athletic. I sound like Charles Barkley. Athletic. Man, that Charles Barkley came all out of me right there. But this team is young, man, full of athletes, man. I can't wait to see them, man. Because you still got Jaden Hardy. You still got Josh Green. Josh Green got to make a step. If Josh Green don't make a step, you might have to put him on a trading block. So a lot of people has been asking for Josh Green apparently and Hardy. And the Mavericks are refusing to give up on Hardy and Green. Because these are two young guys. And people forget how young Luka is. So this team is young. This team, and let's say Kyrie does stay for 3 more years. You got that vet right there, and you got a young team, which one of them is a superstar behind him. Like, come on, man. And Kyrie can still run up and down the court with the best of them. Just saying, the potential is there. They just got to keep making they got a few more moves to make. And they got to find Jason Kidd an assistant coach, man. They can't find him an assistant coach to save their life. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, nobody wants to come down here and be on his coaching staff as the assistant coach. So we got to figure that out too. And Jason Kidd got to do better, man, with his lineups. But the team that they're building right now, I like so far. They got a couple more moves to make. We'll see if they make those moves. Nico Harrison said they wasn't done. We're going to see. But so far, I give them a B+ for the offseason. So far. That's all I'm going to give them, man, for the draft. Offseason, B+. That's what I give them so far. We'll see what happens, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, I am out.